Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today I want to talk a little bit about my journey and perfectionism. Now I've been trying to get content online almost all year, and I also thought I was taking a break to reflect and to sort of optimize my strategy to come online. But in the last month, let's say, maybe a little longer, I was really close to coming online. I even put little content out saying I'm back a few weeks ago, maybe a week or two. But what was slowing me down, I felt, was technology. My mic wasn't working, my laptop wasn't working. I just couldn't get all the bits I needed to get together to record a video. Then I was busy with other things. So many other things in life were happening that I couldn't then make the time to record the video. Then I wanted to optimize my video. Coming back, I thought I'd bring something different. I'll bring something new. Maybe I can do picture in picture, show some stuff online as I talk about it. All different ways of making the content better. But all of these obstacles was my own perfectionism. Even now I'm recording on a mic that's just straight through the phone. I thought I'm just going to get a video out, not really think too much about what I'm actually going to talk about, what content I'm making, just to make some content, just to get something out. So I'm just letting you know, and myself, that sometimes just taking action, making that step, it's not about being perfect. And then we have to get into the definition. So what is it to be perfect? What is perfectionism? We all measure that. It's a bit like success. One person's perfect is very different from another's. Many of us might be in a relationship and your partner's idea of you being perfect might be different to yours. I also hear a lot of people have often said throughout my life, you hear it in a term, you hear it on TV. Have you ever heard someone say, well, I'm not perfect, I'm only human? And to me, that's quite, if I was to say that to you on the camera, oh, you're not perfect, you're only human. Is that encouraging? Does that give you strength? What does it make you feel? Whereas if you're perfect, what's the fear? What comes up when you think, oh, I'm perfect, life's perfect? Judgment comes up. We start to judge ourselves on our actions, our behavior. Judge others on their actions, their behavior. So I'd like you just to float that idea of next time you feel that you're not perfect, what happened in your life that made you feel that? Did that event, accident, mistake, a decision you regret, what happened when you went, well, I'm not perfect? When was the last time you said it? I'm not saying you have to go around saying, I'm perfect. But just notice every time you say you're not, every time you don't affirm yourself or encourage yourself. So part of this content's getting this out. And I remember when I first started making videos, and the very first video I put up was my depression story. And I just took a camera, I went for a walk, I was breathing, I was stretching, and I was just focused on the service I wanted to provide. I wanted to reach out in a time where I saw a lot of depression, a lot of people sharing their feelings, their fears, what it's like to have a mental illness, something that I could relate to in my own personal life, as well as something I've seen in many that I love. People that have surrounded me, close to me throughout my life have had mental illness, depression. So I was really in tune with what a lot of people were going through. And it was a place I was no longer at. And being there was somewhere I never, in many times in my life, I never thought I would be there. There was times where I still thought, there's hope. Yeah, but there was often times where I absolutely thought, this is my life, this is how it would be. And the only thing that can get me out is a problem that needs to be solved and fixed. And it wasn't to do with me or my health. The problem that I felt needed to be solved and fixed was the big stresses in my life. my mum's illness, being able to care for her and try and maintain a relationship, to try and have friendships, to try and build a career and income, all the things I wanted to do, that obstacle of just being a full-time carer and unconditionally loving to my mother, to be there for her, to support her. Yeah, I felt if all that was transformed and I could be at ease because I know she's in a better place and I fixed it, so then of course I will feel better. Yeah, and life didn't unfold that way. My mum's health got worse, so did mine, so did many things in my life just fall apart, and like I said, I go through a lot of that on my channel. But it was within them moments, within even more chaos, that I started to find a sense of balance, a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging, a sense of home within. I started to change lifestyle, and I started to do different things, not just with my thoughts, but with my actions, towards my body especially, really taking in that nurture of the physical body. Not just thinking my way through problems. Often I was in fear because I was told that schizophrenia and depression's genetic. When I was younger, they said, because your mum's got it, it's really likely that you will get it. So I was in fear that that could happen to me. Yeah, and so I studied hard, I looked, I followed the most advanced sciences and scientists to see, what if someone one day comes up with a cure? Maybe I can fix my mum, but maybe I can prevent myself from the suffering or from losing my mind. And it was through that journey. I said it wasn't so much thinking out of it. What I did see is in all the greatest minds, the people that thought a lot, they had great intellects, an amazing memory, that they developed mental health conditions fairly early in life, in their 50s, which I'd consider early, but they all seem to develop some form of mental health issue. Depression, very common. A lot of people said, that's because their goals and how ambitious they were and they're never fulfilling it and they just want to keep being hungry. What if it's just burning out the presence within the physical body, its vitality, with all that demand of mind and thinking? So for me, I feel that the biggest significant change within my journey for mental health was physical presence, nurture and love of the physical body. Bringing that unity back in with the mind, letting the mind let go. Letting the mind not be number one. And it's that mind that uses your intellect and memory that conditions the way you feel perfect or imperfect, or what decision's right or what decision's wrong. And then that comes down to judgment. And for me, the path was unconditional love. Starting with just love, regular, basic love that you have. Like you can see Bodhi back there, I love him. But starting with that, you just love something. And it's not through fear of its life disappearing. It's through its presence being brought into your life, into your surroundings, into your senses, because your experience is within. And you can flow in that love. Then you have to discern why one thing you experience deserves love and one thing doesn't. And I said, then you go back to yourself. Which moments do you feel you deserved love for some sort of perfection, some sort of goal, or something you achieved and you're like, I deserve love now? Which decisions, which things happen in life where you're sort of like, I don't deserve love. Not now, not until you fix this, not until you do this. Then you can be loved, then you will have love. And that's where unconditional love comes in. You feel it. You feel a sense of what it is to be in that river of love. It's not giving, it's not receiving. It's a presence, it's a state of just being within that unconditional love where no judgment resides. You can have likes and dislikes, within that. But it's not about judging that. It's about noticing a way, a course, a direction, and friction in between. And to be in that unconditional love for your physical body, to take that time to even just caress your hands, massage your face, not for the sake of beauty and others' judgments on your appearance, but because this body that you're within in this moment is yours. You're here to take care of it. That mind, that memory, that intellect, that thing we love to stimulate online, that thing we love to just stimulate with knowledge, nourish it and love it and let it have that time to reset, to just be in that presence with the body of breath. A lot of people go into stillness. I prefer to go into a gentle movement. A lot of people like Tai Chi, Qigong, these type. Breathe in and move in the body. And listen, as you take in your breath and your movement, it's hard to think of anything else, especially at the beginning. But as you get going, as you practice this, as you keep going, I said it becomes like going down a river in a boat and just witnessing the beauty around you. And you're not in control of the current. You're merely flowing within it. And in a state of presence, you can see if there's an obstacle, if there's something there. And you can be not in a sense of defense and attack waiting, but in an observational discernment. So let me know, drop a like if this sort of video is what you preferred. I enjoy just having a talk, sharing my thoughts. It's good for me, just to talk like this. But I do want to get some other content out in a new, different way. So when it happens, it will happen. But for now, if you enjoyed this, drop a comment. Let me know more videos just like this is fine. Let me know and I'll create more. Much love. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you in the next video.